Myself, Dr. Kalpana Chaudhary, Associate Professor, RG PG College. Topic of lecture is migration of fishes. First of all, we should know that is what is migration. The migration term taken from Latin word, and this Latin word is migrare. Migrare means to go from one place to another. Actually, this migration is a seasonal two-way movement. There are so many groups of the animals which show migration, but the main groups which show migration are birds and fishes. Why birds and fishes mainly show the migration? Because birds having ability to fly and fishes having ability to swim. And according to Cohen, 1970, fresh and marine water species travel long distance moving from one place to another. Or we can say that there is a difference between locomotion and migration. In case of locomotion, movement from one place to another place. This is not two-way movement. While the migration is a two-way movement, animal move from one place to another place and return back to its original place after a regular period of time. Types of migratory fishes. Fish can be classified mainly in three categories, and these three categories are Diadromus, Potamodromus, and Oceanodromus fishes. First, we have taken the Diadromus fishes. As it is clear by the term di, so those fishes which migrate between fresh water and sea water. So these are known as the diadromus fishes. And these diadromus fishes are further classified into three parts: anadromous, catadromous, and amphidromous fish. First of all, we have taken the anadromous fishes. Anadromous fishes are those fishes which migrate from marine water to fresh water. From where to where? From marine water to fresh water. These are known as the anadromous fishes. And some examples of anadromous fishes are like salmon, lampreys, hilsa, etc. The second type of the diadromus fish is catadromous fish. Catadromous fishes are those fishes which migrate from fresh water to marine water. It means these are just opposite to the anadromous, because in case of catadromous fish, again from fresh water to marine water. Some fishes show catadromous type of migration, or some fishes are known as catadromous fishes. Some examples of these catadromous fishes are European eel and American eel. Third one is the amphidromous fishes. As here is the term amphi. Amphi means both. So amphidromous fishes are those migratory fishes which can migrate or during migration show movement from fresh water to marine water and vice versa. Means fresh water to marine and marine to fresh water. And these amphidromous fishes are like gobies. And these gobies generally undertake migration for food. If we study the migration is occur in case of diadromus, potamodromus, and endodromus. So we have seen that anadromous fish show the migration for breeding. Catadromous fish show migration chiefly for spawning, and amphidromous fishes show the migration for food, etc. There are some migratory species in which case only the adults show migration, while in some other species both young and adult show the migration. Just a minute. There is remaining potamodromous fishes. Potamodromous fishes are those fishes which migrate only within the fresh water. Example, carps and trouts. And oceanodromous fishes are those fishes which migrate only within the sea water. So, which show the migration only within the sea water are called the oceanodromous fishes. Example, Atlantic herring, sardines, mackerels, and tuna. Generally, fishes migrate to colder water regions for the purpose of spawning and then return to their parent area. Now we come to the some migratory species show migration having only with adult, and there are some species which show migration in both cases, young ones as well as the adults. So those species which show migration only within the adult, there is no young ones show the migration. So example are like the example is salmon, while in case of the shad, the migration occur both in adult and the young ones. Now migratory movements are of two types, day-natant type and contra-natant type. So these two types are on the basis of the direction of the movement in relation with the direction of the water. So if the migratory movement is known as day-natant, so in this case, the fishes show migration along with the water current. While when the fishes show migration against the water current called contra-natant. Speed of migration. We can calculate the speed of migration on the basis of the length of the body of the fish. And this speed of migration can be studied in two heads. First is maximum speed and second is the maximum sustainable speed. What is difference in between these two types of speed? First of all, we have taken the maximum speed. The maximum speed is that speed at which different species of fish move during migration is influenced by a number of physiological and environmental factors, and it is just equal to the 10 times of the length of the body per second. Suppose we have a fish which show migration, and if its length is 10 centimeter. So if we divide this 10 centimeter length of the fish again by 10, so the maximum speed of this fish which having the body length 10 centimeter. So it having the maximum speed 100 centimeter per second. If we study the maximum sustainable speed, as we know that when the fish move or any other animal move for a longer time, so it become exhaust or tired. So the speed in starting may be speedily, it move or migrate speedily, but later on it slows down. So maximum sustainable speed can be calculated by the length of the body of the fish multiplied by the 3. Suppose any fish having the length 25 centimeter. So we multiply this 25 centimeter by the 3. So the maximum sustainable speed become 240 centimeter per second. Causes of migration. We should know that why the fish migrate from one place to another place and return back to its original place at regular interval of time. So there are 4 causes. First cause is the gametic migration, as it is clear by this term gametic. So this type of migration is undertaken by a fish to ensure better survival and proper development of their eggs and larvae. So just prior to migration, most of the upriver or contranatant, means the against the water current, migrates either stop feeding completely or their food intake is drastically reduced. As a result, the energy requirement for upriver movement is provided by accumulated nutrients, chiefly in the form of the fat deposits of the body. It is estimated that male and female chum salmon spend 25,810 calories and 28,390 calories respectively during migration. The example of fishes which show gametic migration are salmon, American eel, European eel, cod, and pullet. Second is the alimentary migration. As it is clear, this is alimentary canal. It means this migration is for food. Like in case of first gametic migration, there is migration for gamete formation or for reproduction. While in this case, this migration is for food. Generally, the feeding migration are brought about mainly due to shortage of suitable food supply in the wintering and or spawning ground. So requirement by the body after exhaustive spawning or wintering conditions probably provides the stimulus for the feeding migrations so that the fish have an access to food resources of different areas. Besides enjoying better food facilities, the individuals have a better chance of survival due to faster growth rate, which helps juveniles to escape predation. Better fed individuals may grow to large size and also mature earlier and be able to produce more eggs, which is for the betterment and survival of the species. Example, herrings, grass carp, mackerels, harpodon, Chinese roach, razorfish. Next is the climatic migration. As it is clear, this type of migration depends on the climate. Wintering migrations are initiated in fish due to inactive physical conditions and low BMR. This depends both on the condition of the fish and environmental changes. These fish therefore need to move to areas which more favorable conditions which provides better protection. Example, sturgeons, Atlantic salmon, perches, etc. Next is the osmoregulatory or protective migration. Although first, second, third, these are also the protective migration. So as we know that spawning, feeding and wintering migrations can all be regarded as protective migrations as they ensure further life of the fish. Yet some mass movements may arise due to sudden unfavorable biological or environmental conditions like floods, stormy weather, etc. These migrations are although not cyclical. Methods of study the fish migration. Generally, we can study this method of migration in two heads, marking and tagging, and second is the eco-ranging. First of all, we have taken the marking and tagging. This marking and tagging includes physical marking, internal marking, external marking, LIA, hydrostatic tagging, numbered bit hook tagging, plastic flag tagging. So first of all, we have taken the physical marking, as it is clear that this marking is physical. So only small to medium sized fish can be marked physically because they can be caught and handled easily. It is generally done by clipping the fins in an orderly design or removing certain scales in an orderly fashion. However, these are not very useful for long time study as these markings get obliterated with the growth of the fish. Second is the internal marking. These are usually metallic marking. In this case, we use metallic markers in the form of strips which are introduced within the body cavity by specialized marking guns. Internal markers can be detected by special electromagnetic detectors. Next is external marking. These are attached to the surface of the fish body. These are present on the external side of the body of the fish. So these are attached to the surface of the fish body, either on gill cover. If this is on gill cover, this is known as the Gilbert mark, or at the base of the pectoral fin. So if marking at pectoral fin, it is known as the Patterson mark. These usually consist of two celluloid discs attached to a wire by which they are attached to the body. Next is the LIA hydrostatic tagging. These are generally used for long distance migrants. It consists of a small celluloid cylinder which remains hermetically sealed. Hermetically means airtight. So which is airtightly sealed or the hermetically sealed. Within this cylinder, printed informations are kept for the finders regarding informations pertaining to the fish and address of the contact. Next is the numbered bait hook tagging. This method used for deep sea fishes which may die when brought to the surface for marking. These fish are therefore marked by the numbered bait hooks which the fish seizes along with the bait. Next is the plastic flag tagging. In this method, plastic flag-like structures are attached to the back of the fish by braided nylon thread. Braided means spirally coiled nylon threads. Now we come to the second type of method, that is the eco-ranging technique. This eco-ranging technique includes acoustic transponding compass system and second is the ultrasonic transmitter system. Acoustic means something scientific study of the sound. So what is acoustic transponding compass system? These are used for continuous monitoring of the position, depth, and direction of the movement of the fish. A small radio transmitter is fitted inside the body of the fish, which transmits a pulse and then reared through a digital decoder. Now, ultrasonic transmitter system. These can be fitted into the body cavity of fish. These transmitters send out ultrasonic sounds waves with the help of which nocturnal movements can be found out. Factors influencing migration. There are three types of factors: physical factor, chemical factor, and biological factors, which can make effect on the migration of the fishes. Physical factors are like the quality of water, depth of water, oceanic currents, temperature, photoperiodism, and the intensity of light. Chemical factors chiefly include the hydrogen ion concentration, dissolved oxygen, salinity, and types of organic substances. And common biological factors influencing migration are sexual maturity and endocrine system, social response, response to predators and competitors, and biological clocks. Thanks.